Well, hello folks. We are back from the big wedding trip to New York. And unfortunately, we did not make the trip unscathed. The wolf pup has a few issues. And you know, I always say that these things are a traveling earthquake. If your camper doesn't need some maintenance or repair after a long trip, you obviously aren't realizing how much damage you're doing to your camper. Now, if you're only going 20 or 30 miles, okay. But we went 1,300 miles and it suffered some attacks. And let me show you what happened. This here is the awning off the wolf pup. It's supposed to go up there on these arms, and no, it did not fall off. It sticks out from the side of the trailer so that if something hits or rubs against the side of the trailer, it will hit that awning. And the only thing holding that in there is that tiny little spike that comes out of the motor, and this is actually the non-motor end. It's just the follower end, I guess. It just rotates. The awning goes on this round tube, and this is a round aluminum extruded tube, and the awning slides into some grooves. But something, while I was driving along the highway, slammed into the side of the trailer and flattened that tube. Now, I don't know that that's such a big deal, except that it also bent the tube, so it's no longer straight, and so when it goes in and out, it wobbles quite a bit. So I haven't used it. So that's the damage right there. It's flattened up pretty good, and the awning itself was pretty torn up. It's like something scraped along the side of it, and it might show better up here. Let's see. I pull this down. Yeah, there's the damage. No damage to the door or anything else, just the awning that sticks out quite a ways. And I did pull this off and cut the awning because it slides in a groove that's a pain in the ass to get it in and out of. It's not too hard to take it off. It goes on those little shafts with just one screw on either end, and then this just slides off the arms. You gotta make sure the arms are secured, or they'll stretch out and knock you off the ladder. But I knew that. I watched a video, of course. But we ordered a new roller, which I think this one is 11.5. The new awning material, because I have to buy new awning because that was all ripped up. 4 screws hold the whole thing together, and it works, of course, electrically. So it's a real nice awning. I really got to do it. But what happened, I believe, we were going up over the mountains, me and the trailer pulling in the middle lane, and on the right-hand lane, the truck lane, we were passing trucks. And of course, when you pass a truck with a trailer, it kind of sways a little bit. And when you're going over mountains, the wind's blowing a little bit. And I think the truckers that I was passing might have been a little tired because they were weaving around in their lanes a little bit. And I think one of them, their mirror hit the trailer up here and hit that roller, because it's exactly the same. I pulled into a truck stop and drove right upside of a truck, and that's exactly where the mirror is. And I think he just hit it hard enough with that mirror that it caved in the roller. And it's not I think if you stand on that roller, it'll probably cave in. It's not real strong. It's not designed to do anything but roll up strong enough to roll up a vinyl awning. So that's the damage. The replacement roller is somewhere between $300 and $800, depending where you buy it and how lengthy it is, and what color. The black one was $457, and a white one was $308. So I'm getting a white one, and I'll take a can of spray paint and make it black, or maybe I'll leave it white, who knows. The awning, on the other hand, is pretty standard, around $250, $300, depending on size and color and density and all that. And we're just getting cheap awning because who knows, it may happen again. But anyways, that's what happened, and we'll show you how we're going to get this back together. It's probably going to be just me. It's really a three-person job, but it's probably going to be just me. And through the use of various poles and ladders and jury rigging things, I think we can get it up there and back in shape. Stay tuned. I gotta get the. But this is the light bar here. All right, there are screws that hold it together, so you got to take the screws out, and of course they're square screws, square drives. Luckily, all the square drive screws are the same size. Now you got to see if there's one on the other end. I'm sure probably is. So there's only one screw on this end, no screws on the other end, and working the other end a little bit, I did get it to slide. So it will slide off, I think. Unfortunately, I have to hold the light holder, or because that slides too. We're about to get a Aquila. So I have the blue light holder here, and I guess that can just go on the next piece of awning. And here is the awning all off, and it just slid in with that little, I don't know what that's called, little hem or piping or whatever it is. We're gonna get it on Aquila. Oh, it attacked Aquila. So now the LED light bar will just hang here, I guess, until I get the new awning and the new roller. There's a cap on the end which allows it to connect to those to the shafts, and that goes in here, and there's the one screw hole that screws it to the shaft so it doesn't fall off. These just come out, and these are aluminum, cast aluminum, so don't break them, don't bend them, don't do anything bad to them. And then inside you can see there's 3 grooves that the awning will attach, and you got to slide the awning onto this roll. Here you can see how the awning slides into those channels, and the problem with the upper part is that that's pinched. I can't get the top one out. That one won't go because it's pinched in the damaged section. Again, here is the damaged section, and you can see it's just somebody just rubbed along it as we're going down the road. Yeah, it's pretty bent. on that section. So needed a new one. Just to kind of show you this, when you take that roller off, those arms have to be secured, and I just threw some straps around the frame, and the Wolf Pup's siding is corrugated, so there's space behind the other thing, but there's also a crossbar in there that you can do. They use a zip tie on the U-tubes, but there's the other one. I've got them both secured so they're up and pretty close to where they're supposed to be. We finally are fixing the awning. It's been over a month and a half. I originally ordered a new tube from E-Trailer, and they told me there was a 2-week lead time on it because they had to get it from Lippert, where it comes from, where it makes the Solera brand of awning that's on the trailer. So I said, all right, I'll work on my deck for 2 weeks. I called up Lippert to see if they sell direct, and the price they'd sell direct was about $250 more than if I got it from E-Trailer. E-Trailer had free delivery for anything over $100, and we got the order. We also bought the awning material because that was all ripped. And E-Trailer took my $600 off my credit card and cashed it in. And they, I called Lippert, and they said that normally it would be a 5-day delivery, but they were shutting down for 4th of July for 3 weeks to do inventory and some changeovers. And we called E-Trailer and we said to them, make sure that you get this before that time because it's going to be forever to get it after that. And they said, okay, sure. Well, today, July 1st, E-Trailer sends me an email saying that new delivery date for them to get the tube from Lippert is August 1st. That is not acceptable to me. That's 2.5 months from the time I ordered it. So I called Lippert back and I said, what do you guys think? And one of the things that the really nice salesperson at Lippert said was, you know, these often get damaged in transit. And when they get damaged, we generally tell the people not to send it back because it's so much for shipping. So he says we just send them a new one. So you might try all your dealerships around there and see if they have a damaged one that's a 20-foot or a 30-foot that you can just cut the damaged part off and use for your 12-foot, which is what I did. I called around and I called Camping World two places, and they were too busy to look around to see if they had one damaged. They would only order it brand new from Lippert, so they were no help. And then I called this little RV repair place that does really great jobs, and they're little small business. And I says, any chance you've got an old or a broken Solera tube around? And he said, well, let me look. And he said, I've got one that's Dometic, but maybe that would fit. Call me back and see if it really looks the same. And he called me back and said, actually, I've got the Solera out there. He says, we've got a Solera that was delivered and damaged, and so they sent us a new one. So this is the damaged Solera. We thought it was 20 foot, but it's only 16. But the damage is all on the very end. This small piece right here it's got a big dent. They were kind enough to say that this is, you know, this is a trash part. So they gave it to me for 90 bucks plus tax, which bring it up to 99 bucks. Just under 100 bucks. And you can cut these, they're all aluminum. I cut it on my wonderful chop saw, great big 10-inch blade chop saw, cuts the whole thing real nice and flat and square. A couple places I called, they said they if I left them the number, a tag on these on the end of them, it tells you the part number and all that. And they told me if I got that for them, they could look it up and they see what it would cost and what they might have in the yard. But so I called these guys and they said, we'll call you back in 2 minutes and see what we've got, and they did. So I was more than happy to. I tried to give them a $20 tip and they wouldn't take it. So they're really nice. Anyways, so now we gotta slip the awning onto the tube and then roll it up. So let's see if we can do that alone, which is going to be interesting. And this just goes right in there. And you gotta be careful you don't cut the tube with the end. On YouTube, they make this look real easy as usual. And of course, it's not as easy as they make it look. But once you get it started, I think it'll be easier. There we go. We got it in there. Starting it was the hard part. Now we just gotta move this along without ripping it. So there, we did it. It's all in. Now, to roll it up on the tube, this has a ridge on the bottom of it. You zoom in on this, it has a ridge for the light. Oh. You know what? I put it on backwards. This is supposed to be on the trailer side. That's the side that goes on the roller. We're going to do this again now that we're really good at it. Actually, the outside was a lot easier to do. I wonder if it's a different size. But anyways, now we've switched it down here. Look at this. So this goes on here, and see there's a thing down here, and this is just a flap that goes on the bottom. So it really went on pretty easy, as you can see. Now we just roll this up. Now, so we have rolled it up, and I don't think it matters so much whether it's tight. You'll get it on the trailer, you'll open it all the way, and then bring it back. And this is a powered one. If you had a one with a spring on it, they're a lot more dangerous with the springs. The springs have to be tensioned and locked and done very carefully, or they take off a finger if you're not careful. Definitely break fingers if you're slightly careful. But so we got this all rolled up and actually ready to go on the trailer. Now with the awning all on, I can put the end caps on. And the other end had holes where the screw holes go. I don't have holes on this end, obviously, because I cut it off. I cut it. These holes need to match up with the, and just put that on, and it seems to go all right. The screws are tiny little self-tapping screws, and so we're just going to put it in. Of course, they're square head, so we'll put in a square head, and we'll just drive them in here. Yeah, that works. Okay, so now the ends are on. Now all we have to do is get it up in the air and slide this section into the trailer, and then the lights go in this section down here. Alright, this is just stupidity on my part, but I'm going to carry through. I have the roller up under the thing. It's held by the strap that's holding the arm back, and it's on a ladder, and a extending ladder, one of these funky things that kind of scary to stand on. But I think if I pull it on through here, up there, I think I can keep it balanced so I can get it all the way down. I did make a funny little pole here so that it can rest on that, and that's the light bar that goes underneath. So I've got and I've already got it started. So I've got it started in the channel, and it looks like it's going to work. I'm going to set you out here in the field so that if I fall and die, you'll have good video, okay? The problem I'm having right now is that I had this light bar just hanging here in the sun, and it's taken on this curve, so it doesn't want to do anything possibly right. Made a little shelf for it to sit on when it gets past the halfway point. We're doing good. Doing real good. The end is right there sitting on those straps. So that's not real good. There you go. We got to put it on that pin. It's not to the arm yet. It's below the... And then that's got to go on this pin. But I don't know if you can see it, but that light bar right there is still giving me trouble. I just gotta push that through, and then it'll come over easy. But I think I want to put that end on the arm first so it doesn't fall, because that would be bad. There, that'll hold that. Well, we got it with no problems. We put that ladder there to hold this end, and we got that end in, and we put the boards back just in case it fell. But once we got the one side in, that one went right in too. So it's all up there and it's all good. We just have to put the screws in to hold it tight. We have a choice. We can put in the screws that were in there that I took out when I took them down, or I'm going to try to see if cotter pins will go in there, because one of the things about the screws, whoops, is you drop them, you lose them. Ball toss. But the cotter pins will go all the way through, I think. And I think they'll fit. They're the same size as the screws, so I'd rather have cotter pins. Would be a little better, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Awesome. Cotter pins work fine. We'll use cotter pins. We gotta bend them down though. Well, the battery's dying on me, but now we have to release the Kraken, undo the straps. We put cotter pins instead of screws in the shafts. I think they're better and last longer and less chance of missing them, losing them. Yeah. So, the awning light works. Now here's the test. Will it retract straight and flat? Looks great. I'm pleased. I'm done. We did put cotter pins on the ends. As you can see, both ends, cotter pins instead of screws. That one's got to be bent a little more and down and around. The other one's done a little better. That one's butterflied out. But you can see the ends of the awning are flat and straight. They're not, coned out or anything like that. It went on there real nice, real smooth, and I'm pleased. So I want to thank you for coming by to see this experiment and whether one guy can do an awning. It takes a little ingenuity on how you're going to hold that roller up. And this is only a 12-foot awning. I don't know if I'd want to do that quite so much on a 21 or a 25-foot awning. But we did it without too much trouble. And really it slides in and nice. It's not... The track up here really isn't in an area that's going to get a lot of mud and grit and everything else in it. Thanks for coming by. If you like these do-it-yourself videos, well, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe. I love y'all. Thanks for coming. See you on the road. Bye-bye.